Everyone in the forest believed Benny would build the biggest food storage before winter. Benny believed it too. He proudly told every animal he met about his amazing plan. But just a few weeks later, he would stand inside his tree hollow, staring at an almost empty storage and wondering where everything had gone. It all began one bright morning when Benny, a cheerful young squirrel, ran through the forest with excitement shining in his eyes. "Before winter arrives, I'll build the biggest food storage in the forest," he announced. The rabbit clapped with excitement, the birds chirped in admiration, and even a crow sitting high on a branch listened with interest. "That's incredible, Benny," the rabbit said. Benny smiled proudly. Hearing everyone praise him felt wonderful, and before long, he spent more time talking about his dream than actually working toward it.
One afternoon, Benny met an old turtle resting beside a quiet stream. Excitedly, he described his grand plan from beginning to end. When he finally finished, the turtle smiled and asked, "Have you already built your storage?" Benny laughed. "Not yet." The turtle asked another question. "Have you gathered enough food for winter?" Benny shook his head. "Not yet." The turtle looked at him kindly. "Then why do you celebrate a job that hasn't been done?" Sometimes people enjoy talking about success so much that they forget to work for it. Benny politely thanked the turtle, but deep down, he believed the old turtle simply worried too much. The next few days, Benny continued exploring the forest. Whenever he discovered a tree filled with acorns or a hidden patch of walnuts, he excitedly told every animal nearby about his lucky find. Hidden among the branches, the clever crow listened carefully. The moment Benny left, the crow quietly flew to each place and gathered the best food before Benny returned. Again and again, Benny arrived expecting plenty of food, only to find scattered shells and empty ground. At first, he blamed bad luck. Then he blamed other animals. But he never realized that his own words had become his biggest mistake. Weeks passed, and the air grew colder. One evening, Benny opened his tree hollow and froze. His storage was nearly empty. Winter was only days away. Fear filled his heart for the first time. All his exciting plans suddenly meant nothing. He quietly walked back to the stream where the old turtle still rested peacefully. "You look troubled," the turtle said gently. Benny lowered his head. "I had the biggest dream in the forest, but I still have almost nothing." The turtle smiled with kindness instead of judgment. "A plan is only a seed, Benny. Work is what makes it grow." This time, Benny didn't argue. He finally understood. The very next morning, before the sun rose, Benny made a promise to himself. No more announcements, no more showing off, no more chasing compliments. From now on, his actions would speak for him. Every morning, he searched quietly for acorns, walnuts, pine cones, and berries. He carefully organized everything inside his tree hollow and never revealed his favorite food spots. Without seeking attention, he became more focused. Without waiting for praise, he worked harder. Day after day, his storage slowly filled, one small trip at a time. Soon, the crow noticed something had changed. Benny no longer talked about his discoveries. Curious, the crow tried following him through the forest, but Benny stayed alert and changed his paths often. After several failed attempts, the crow finally gave up. For the first time, Benny's hard work belonged only to him.
Then winter arrived. Cold winds swept through the forest, snow covered the ground, and food became difficult to find. Many animals searched for hours with empty stomachs. Inside Benny's tree hollow, however, rows of acorns, walnuts, and pine cones were stacked neatly from floor to ceiling. He had prepared enough to last the entire season. One snowy morning, the rabbit visited Benny and gasped in amazement. "How did you do all this?" Benny smiled warmly. "I stopped talking, and started working. Word quickly spread through the forest, and soon several young animals gathered around him, eager to learn his secret. Benny thought for a moment before speaking. When I kept telling everyone about my plans, I enjoyed the attention. But attention is not progress. Dreams are like seeds. If you keep digging them up to show everyone, they'll never grow. Protect them. Work on them quietly. And one day, your results will speak for themselves.
Nearby, the old turtle watched with a proud smile. By the end of winter, Benny's lesson had spread across the forest. Some animals stopped talking about studying and finally opened their books. Others stopped talking about becoming stronger and began training every day. Many stopped waiting for the perfect moment and simply started working toward their dreams. As spring returned and the trees turned green again, Benny looked around with gratitude. He had learned a lesson he would never forget. Success does not grow through promises. It grows through quiet, consistent action. And from that day forward, Benny let his results speak louder than his words.